Hey, John here. Here's lick of the day number 61. This is an alternate pick 7th Arpeggios lick. As usual, you can find a link to the tabs down below in the description and also by clicking right here on the screen. I'm going to play it once slowly and then break it down. We start here on the 12th fret of the low E string. Alright, so this lick is based on 2-note per string 7th arpeggios. And we're going to use this one, which is an F major arpeggio, F major 7, and then a D minor 7 arpeggio. And then we got the F major 7 one again. And then we have the half of the D minor 7 arpeggio here, and then we bend up from the 4th up to the 5th. Now, this is in D minor, and when you combine these two arpeggios, the F major 7 and the D minor 7, you make an arpeggio sandwich. You will get a D minor 9 arpeggio. So, this sound, which I really like. And the reason for that is because, well, the notes that we combine. So, and the F major 7 arpeggio is actually contained in this whole bigger chord. So if you have basically when you build any normal chord that's based on thirds, you're gonna go 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, and then it might be a flat 3, it might be a flat 7, depending on where you're at in the scale, but that's the numbers. So 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13. And for this D minor 9 sound then, basically you have 1, flat 3, 5 first, that's the minor triad. Then you have the flat 7, so that's a D minor 7 chord. But then we have the 9th as well. And if you remove this note, which would be the Ds, we have D, F, A, C, E. So if we remove this note and we only are left with F, A, C, E, that outlines an F major 7 arpeggio. And this is called superimposing arpeggios. And the benefit of doing this is that you don't need to learn these huge arpeggios, which, you know, at this point it's going to look more like a scale, and it's going to be quite hard to choose the exact notes that you want, and it's going to be hard to find, you know, some comfortable patterns to play all this stuff. So a very common thing on all kinds of instruments, not just guitar, is to take these smaller fragments. You know, you can have a triad, you can have a 7th chord, as in this case, and then you combine them in different ways to get these bigger, more extended sounds. So that's the whole theory behind it. So I don't want you to get confused why, you know, I'm talking about a D minor 9th chord, but I'm playing an F major 7 arpeggio over it. And also when you look at the tab that you can download, you can see I've actually outlined the shape for both of these arpeggios, and I've written out the intervals in relationship to D. So even though you see this F major 7 arpeggio, you're gonna see this E note not as the 7th of the F major 7 arpeggio, even though that is true. Since we're playing it over the D note, we're gonna hear it as the 9th or the 2nd scale degree, and then the F would be the flat 3, A would be the 5th, and then C would be the flat 7. So if you're confused, check that out, and hopefully that will make it clearer. Anyway, so what we're playing here then, it's quite easy to remember because it's only 2 shapes. So we have this shape, so we have 12, 13 on the low E string, then 12, 15 on the A string. Then we repeat that 1 octave higher. So you find the E here on the D string, same shape. I just alternate pick this, start with a downstroke. And then once I'm done that, I move back here to the 10th fret and play this D minor 7 arpeggio. So I have 10, 12, 10, 14. And then I do the same thing and repeat that 1 octave higher. This case I have to move 1 extra fret because of the B string, but that's not too much of a difficulty. So, and then after that I move up once again. So now using this shape, which is the same as these, just that I'm starting at the top of the shape. So that would be 20, 17, 18, 17, and then I add 19 and 17 on the G string, which is basically part of the D minor 7 arpeggio. And then I go up to the 4th here, which is on the 20th fret, and bend it up to 22. Whoops. So if we put all that together, now practice-wise for this one, take first shape, work on that. Just move it up and down the fretboard, and then do that on all string groups, or at least the actual string groups you're going to be playing this at. But if you want to get more out of it, you would do it on all string groups. And then you start combining these two. So you go and so on. And then you can do the same thing with the, of course. And don't forget to turn it around either, because you have to do that here anyway. So it's a really good picking exercise as well. And would also make sure to work going between the and this one up here. So again, just connecting the different patterns in different ways, so you're able to go from any part of the pattern to any other part of the pattern. And that should enable you to get it up to speed quicker than if you just sit there and repeat the whole thing over and over again, just going straight through. So it's all about getting a lot of reps in, and if you don't have to repeat the whole thing all the time, since this is based on the same type of patterns anyway, you can just sit there and repeat 1 or 2 patterns and manage to get more reps in overall. Another thing that's really helpful is to work on this as 16th notes, but then try it as 8th note triplets, and then you will see that the accent will start moving. It's gonna go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. So the accent's basically gonna start moving from 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And that's a really good thing for your overall timing and your synchronization. So you can do that kind of stuff, and it's really helpful. And if you're really adventurous, you can try 5 notes per beat instead. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. Now the accent's gonna move instead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. So you have that kind of deal. So basically take a subdivision that doesn't match up with the pattern, and then you'll get this moving accents effect. It's a really effective way of practicing, so you can get more out of the same type of exercise without having to sit there and just raise the tempo. All right, that's it for this one. If you have any questions, just post them below. Other than that, I will really be super happy if you could press like and leave a comment, as long as you're nice. Actually, you don't have to be nice, but it's nicer if you're nice. And follow the channel, obviously, if you're not doing that already. So hope you enjoyed this one, and see you in the next one.